Hello everyone, and welcome to your July readings. And welcome to the reading for the beautiful sign, featured sign of the Earth element, Mercury ruled, incredibly intelligent, very much about mind expansion, detail, organization, knowledge, helping, very much service-oriented sign of Virgo. Hi Virgos. Well, today's July 15th, and we are halfway through July. And what was 1 to 2 readings, if I was lucky, a day, is now becoming 2 to 3 a week. That's just how I'm rolling right now, but it's all good, because whenever you watch this, Virgos, is perfectly okay. Not to mention that we generally have the energies that come through with the full moons, the new moons of every month, and then other extracurricular things like, we're heading up pretty shortly back into another eclipse season. These energies can last for weeks and months and longer. And I know a lot of us are still feeling, and maybe continuing to feel, the new moon from, was it June 28th? In Cancer. Which I think is beautiful, and it's always new about, starting beginnings, and Cancer is a cardinal sign. And ironically, the full moon that happened 2 days ago, which I know people are still feeling and will for another couple weeks or longer, was in Capricorn. Also a cardinal sign. But here are some of the major things that I think we'll be feeling from the full moon. Is the characteristics of Pluto, first and foremost, because Pluto has been in the sign of Capricorn for some time now, and will remain there, I want to say, till 2025. Please don't quote me. I'm a continually learning, aspiring astrologist, so dates and times are starting to escape me a little bit, to be honest, but I know some, and I'll be as precise as possible. The point is that Pluto has been in the sign of Capricorn, and Pluto is the planet that is all about transformation. So, I think you hear that from me, you certainly hear that from other readers and stuff. We're continually transforming in this body, our souls, our evolution, on this planet. And we do it intentionally, we do it, whether we have that specific plan or not, it's happening, right? And I can think of many times when I did not expect or think I was planning or making things happen, when, of course, I come to find out now that we actually do manifest basically everything in our life. And so therefore, it leads to me saying that, our drive, our intentions, what we write down, what we feel and think, and I think the two are exceptionally important to be together. It shouldn't be any just one. It shouldn't be, the two, specifically the thoughts and the hearts and the emotions, are what really create our manifestations. This is Pluto telling us, you've got what it takes, and you can get rid of anything, and it's all about purging with this full moon as well, to get to the places that you want to go. This is the mentality of Capricorn anyway. They are a cardinal sign, as I said. They are very success driven and generally always accomplish what they strive for, and they are earthly and grounded, and Capricorn, of course, is ruled by Saturn. Now, Saturn is not the fun, lighthearted planet. He is our taskmaster. He is our time, master. He keeps us in line. There's not a lot of fun. It's not to say you can't have fun, but it'll be curtailed a little bit. For example, as I usually use, if you have a particular study regimen you're in school and you want to get a degree, you're going to have to focus and really put your mind and heart to the grindstone so that you can then fulfill that time frame, once again, time, and time management, and not wasting time. Laser focus, right? And so that, once you reach the end, you will get that certificate that will give you that better paying job, that will give you the lifestyle and the home and the health and the food you want to put in your body and all that sort of thing. as the reward for the hard work. And so, Saturn and Pluto and all the planets are honestly always there to love us and guide us and keep us on track, basically. Now, having said that, the very same full moon I'm speaking of does have is it a square? Is it a conjunction? I don't remember either, but there's a connection with Uranus, and Uranus is actually in the sun, is the ruling planet of Aquarius, and Saturn happens to be in Aquarius. So this is a very, very, what is the word? It's an oxymoron, because Uranus is a freedom powerhouse. Let's make changes. Let's start new. Let's work on technology and continue to grow and expand our knowledge in ways that can help the planet, not just one individual, but everybody, which I love. And then, the Pluto, not so much Pluto, Capricorn energy is like, let's stick with what we know and what we've been doing. It's working fine. We just got to one day at a time, and kind of structured and, and determination and all those things. Now, Capricorn isn't a fixed sign, but they are definitely determined. So it's a little bit of both that we've been battling with for a while now. And finding that balance and such is what's happening. And the full moon is always the big shining light, and it happened to be the biggest supermoon of the year. So I was feeling it, quite frankly, 4+ days before. You get the insomnia, but it's about really feeling powerful and strong. And we are still in the Cancer season. We will be through next Friday, the 22nd, when we go into Leo. So I'm starting to feel the energy and the courage and the strength and the power and light and shininess of Leo, along with this full moon. So I don't know, it's a lot, but it's beautiful, and there's so much possibility and opportunities should we decide to take that route. So this is a beautiful time. We have the outer planets, including Pluto, and Jupiter will go into retrograde on the 28th, the very same day of the new moon in Leo. Once we've gotten into Leo season, it's going to be fun. And, so much for Saturn, but, it's like we could still do what we need to and still have fun, because if you know anything about Leos, they are passionate and they have fun and they're extravagant. And sometimes they don't really know where the money and all the, resources will come from, but they just know it will. They're just completely determined as a fixed sign that is going to happen. And then it does, because our minds are very powerful. What we think becomes things. So that's a lot going on, Virgo. But what I love is that it is an earth sign, which is Capricorn, the full moon, and that's what you are. So it should have a very beautiful, motivating kind of energy for you as well, specifically, if not more than other elements. And interestingly enough, one of my favorite Virgos in the world, my chiropractor, she, I gave her a massage yesterday, and she was wondering what had happened technology-wise, because Uranus was in the picture with the full moon, and I too experienced stuff, which I won't go into. It happens. It was almost like a retrograde, because that really affects Mercury, affects our technology when it's in retrograde. But the point is that she had some serious things going on with the technology, which they worked through. And then also she said she's been very focused on purging at her house and organizing, which is what Virgos do so beautifully anyway. So she was right in, I said, you're incredibly right in line and in tune with the energies, and that's what can happen. And sometimes people come to these channels like mine to kind of get the word out. I hope to get the word out and make it maybe more understanding as to why you do feel certain ways. You may resonate right away, you may not. I always ask that you watch the reading for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, okay, to get that much more understanding and depth about what could possibly happen. And right now, Virgo, I'm going to do what I normally do as well, because I will be heading out to do a massage, and then that's it for the day. And then I don't think I'll be doing a reading tomorrow, but I'll be back at it on Sunday, because tomorrow's crazy busy through the evening, maybe till like 11 o'clock at night. I kid you not. But your love connection, of course, is, if you're new to my channel, is about another sign, another astrological sign that will be notable this month. Now, this could already have been something you're aware of, and that's what I like too, when you watch my reading throughout the month, to see what's already transpired, and as well as what can still be coming through. And so for you, beautiful Virgos, Spirit would like you to be aware of, and it could just be the energy that you feel. It doesn't even have to be a person that's literally in your life, but one could be coming in too. Okay, that's dropping it twice. 3 is a charm. Let us go on to the board. Beautiful Spirit, in the highest good for everybody involved. What's the love connection most important and pertinent for Virgos during the month of July? Woo! Leo. Now, Leo's right next to you on the astrology wheel. I didn't notice, that's Libra, I'm sorry. Right there, Leo and Virgo. Fire and earth. Not an over, I mean, it's definitely something I've seen, I was going to say, way more in the last 10 years. With people I know, clients, I do readings. It's a long-term investment. Anytime you have earth involved, they're not fooling around. They're in it to win it, and they're going to hang in there and do their best and work at it and, you know, make things right. There's depth of loyalty like you wouldn't believe with both Leo and Virgo, for that matter. Could very well be business oriented. I mean, it will be romantic for a good amount of you, but I definitely can feel and taste and sense the partnership of a great work partner. Could also be romantic and work, you know, because that happens a lot too with partners. I like it a lot. We are entering into Leo season, and there is that new moon. So help me gosh, you know, if you have something that you are wanting to work on and start, this is the month. And then August is clear to like the 21st, when we start the shadowy periods for Mercury retrograde, and even going into the eclipse season I mentioned earlier. Excuse me, I'm going to have some water. So, passion, physical, intimacy, fun, parties, travel, of course. It's summer. A lot of people are traveling, and that'll happen to the end of August, or maybe even before, because now, you know, school starts earlier these days than when I was going to school. Center stage, shining. You know, the sun is the ruling planet of Leo. And you wonder why they have this confidence and this pride, and, you know, they like to be on center stage, and they're usually good actors, and in real life the world is their stage, you know, but they want to be, you know, top, front, and center. So be it. It's great, you know. I love their confidence. I admire that, and that's what they can give to us. So for me, as an air sign, which goes really well with fire element, it's one of the more fun times of the year, and I hope it can be for you too, Virgo. But let's go on to read your 4 cards that represent the 4 weeks of July, okay? And the one, of course, the first one was what was your energy coming into the month. And it's already passed, so like I said, I like seeing if you can resonate and understand. Or maybe it hasn't happened yet and it still can. That's the thing about spiritual readings and everything. There isn't a definitive, you know, linear type of, oh, this is like Saturn, for example. No, it doesn't work that way. But we get ideas, we get prompts, we get guidance, we get support when we use these beautiful divinations of the tarot and the oracles that I love to use. I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Sarah Machete this month. My all-time favorites. And your first week coming in, beautiful Virgo, which, oh my God, this is fantastic. Not surprising, because the energy of both Cancer, which is beautiful for earth energies, you know, the element of water and earth, very compatible out of the 4 elements. And then now with this full moon in Capricorn, your fellow earth sign, you have the Magician. Woo! So you came in with like, I got the tools. I can do whatever I put my mind to. And I've known a lot of Virgos, and if those are you watching for cross-watching, someone you love and care about that's the Virgo, you know what I'm talking about. They're determined where they're going to do what they need to do. They're going to excel. And they're going to help you along the way. They're going to teach you. That's pretty awesome, right? Very generous, if I do say so myself. Now, that's what this is about. There's something you have in mind, Virgo, that you are really very, very enthusiastic about and very capable. A master, basically. When it's upright, the magician is just, you can accomplish and create anything you put your mind to. You have everything you need. We all do within us. And even with the outside world, there are going to be people that are going to come in at the right time and place and circumstances. That's the magician. Very, very clever, very intelligent, very capable, very artistic and creative and, magical. That kind of energy. Fantastic. I hope you know what that means. You may have just had this incredible time getting away from work, which is not something you do that often, but you plan it. Oh, you know well in advance. I know the Virgos I know. They absolutely know a year or so ahead, and they're the ones that do all the planning for all the people involved. Everyone loves them. They're just like, thank you. You go, girl, guy, whatever. I appreciate it. But they actually really enjoy and do it well, so that's a part of it too. It's a win-win. So magician, that's a major arcana. That's a message that's very important for you to know about, Virgo. Second week, which is now, the full moon, everything else, you had the, oh yeah. Got the, is that a page? Let me put on my spectacles here. Looks like a longer word, but it doesn't look like a knight. No, it's a page. Page of Wands. Fire. Pages are the more youthful energy. They're the beginnings. They're the more green type of, still new, kind of being talked about, kind of gathering the information, as I said, the magician kind of putting everything together, the wand and the cups and the coins, everything that's necessary to bring the best trick of all that could make things phenomenal and miraculous that people wouldn't even really believe is possible, but it is. And it could be a child. It could be your own children. It could be the thought of a child. It's that time. It's a new beginning. For many, many people, this Pluto transformational energy can just change your life and trajectory as you know it ever before. Starting from right now, but probably more realistically, like I said, by the new moon, which is only a couple weeks away. The motivation and incentive has been planted in you now, though. There's nothing going to stop you. You are beaming from ear to ear with positive, very, very powerful strength, and just you've done your soul searching. Okay, now it's time to make it happen. So I like that. Also, I've said it before. I'll say it again, and it's been used by other people as well and readers. Please remember to have fun and always keep that inner child within you alive, because, life can get very, very serious and very stressful. I found that to be true. And what I love to do is turn something on the TV or make my own crazy, corny jokes and that I laugh at, because it's a very, very healing thing to do, to laugh. It's been proven scientifically over and over again. And I know I feel better when I laugh. I've been healed from laughing. I mean, it hurts sometimes, the stomach. That shows you what it's doing. It's like, it's gorgeous. So something's up, and it's facing the magician. So you're making something happen. You may be planning and scheming and figuring out something, if not for a child that's already existing in your life, to help them, of course. You're wanting a child, and you're going to have just the right timing as to when that'll occur. Because I wouldn't say that you're flippant at all, Virgo. I think you do care a lot about doing your due diligence and how it's going to affect everything and everyone and your work, because you got to work a lot of times. Yeah, yes, mothers and fathers work harder than anybody else, and that could be part of it. But I think it's more, and so just putting it out there. Something may have been a light may have been shined on for you that really struck you in a beautiful, positive way with this full moon on Wednesday. Third week is, of course, like I said, the changing of the the sun seasons from Cancer, which has been very emotional and very fulfilling with, you know, being around friends and people we love and even our own homes and just feeling comfortable and doing what we want, just little touches around the house or big touches, big renovations. I unfortunately had to get rid of a plant I had for 10 years. It was the purging we're talking about. It was a release because I know I needed to, but it hurt like crazy until I allowed it to not hurt and say, oh, the plant was much better off and it will be replaced and all will be well. And the space I had it in, my gosh, it's opened up. It's just like, it's crazy. It's just, we can do that. The magician in us can really move space and things and allow for things to come in when we remove things that probably shouldn't be hanging around anymore. So, third week. Leo season, Ace of Pentacles, man. There you go. There's that magic. There's the resources that you're going to have to do it. The aces are the beginnings. They are the new. They are this fresh start. And they've got the Ace of Pentacles, your element. You know, and I know you work hard and you probably do really well, but I just feel like there's another avenue. Here's that full moon in the background. If you can see it, I don't know if it's blurry. It's really about the comforts, the wealth of your well-being, the ability to go to the doctor if you need to, get your checkups, get the extra good food for yourself. If it's organic and it costs more, so be it. Your body deserves it. You deserve it. It keeps you better productive-wise. You know, your brain works better. I don't know. I love it. And then that, you know, I mean, yes, the third week is when we go into Leo season, but it's only the following week that the new moon's there. So you'll be feeling it. You're very perceptive and intuitive too. I found that to be true with Virgos. Absolutely. I think it's because they're so grounded and natural and they kind of go with more natural things like the earth for maybe planting their gardens and vegetable fruit gardens. They prefer to eat that way, more pure. They're also known as the Virgin, the Virgin sign. That's their archetype. That's right. So the purer the better, you know, just the real deal, very authentic. That wanted to come out for the fourth week, which is the Leo full moon, and you got Judgment. Woo! That's another major arcana. You've got the two bookends, the Magician and Judgment. When those are together, it's like destiny and karma, and you're going to hear the horns saying, yes, the sky is opening up for you. You know, this was meant to be. You have done what you needed to do. You have walked the path you've walked, and it's led to this very moment in this very time. It's not a coincidence. It is perfect, and it feels good, and it feels like it was meant to be, and it's kind of that spiritual part that comes through. It's like, wow, this is good. This is good, and may I keep this forever? And yeah, you could actually. If you want to believe that, I choose to say that every day. The rest of my life is the best of my life, you know? I've had some great things in my life. Can you imagine? This is a good mentor to put out there. I have not noticed this before. This is a beautiful deck. In the Rider-Waite-Smith depiction, there are, you know, spirits, I guess you could say, souls rising from the coffins in the graveyard, you know, up into their evolution, you know, and their souls going into yet another reincarnation, or, you know, just lifting the phoenix, rising from the ashes to just, they've gone through it, they've been there, they've done that, and now they want to get past that and once again evolve and ascend. And this is what I'm seeing here with these two figures I had never seen before, rising up and just releasing and saying, yes, I am, and I'm ready, and it is, and it's right, it's perfect. It's divine guidance too. That's some pretty powerful stuff. So there's a lot of definite spirituality coming through for you too, I must say. And maybe you're getting messages in your dreams from, you know, those that have passed on in your life. You know, that could very well be a part of this too. I find that to be true. It doesn't mean that everybody believes that, but I do think that that's another possibility, and maybe you know what I'm speaking of. If you like the readings, please punch that subscribe button. You know, it's so important for you to, for YouTube to continue to, you know, let me show these. Maybe you could share this and you could just pass it along for people that are interested in spirituality and just motivated, hopefully uplifting readings, because that's where I really am going towards. I know about the negative. It's always there. There's the sun, there's the lighter and the shadowy side of everything, you know, and I can always go there, but I choose not to. So that's something you would have to recognize right away with my readings. But this is a gorgeous, very powerful, very successful reading, I think. So congratulations on that. And I'm going to finish with your 2 oracles. The first is the runes. So I pick one from this beautiful velveteen pouch. And then I look it up on my flashcards, because I'm learning to really attempt to memorize all of this. I love runes. They're the cherry on the sundae with this reading. They tend to be very much in alignment with the reading a lot of times, like almost frighteningly so. But I welcome it, Spirit. I do. This is something I remember. My uncle was a priest for 70 years or something. Well, since he first went into, you know, the school to be ordained. So yeah, he just passed last year. And I remember him wearing the beautiful purple sash, because I don't know the terminology exactly. And it reminded me of this. I always thought of it, I think it was represent a fish, which allowed, you know, infinity as far as enough food and unlimited possibility and gifts that God will always provide for us. But I'm not like majorly into religion or anything. I'm just saying, I believe that was something that reminded me of that. But this is a letter, it's an alphabet. So let us look up and see specifically what this is for you. And I'll let you know. I may have already passed it. I don't know why I'm doing it that way, but I will do my best to find it, because there aren't that many. And almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there. I did pass it, by the way, so forgive me. Oh, la, 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 la. You know, I'm getting this feeling about how this had happened before. Oh, here it is. Woo! In the center, it's like a diamond. It's more obvious with this flashcard than it is on the actual rune. But it is the, oh, it's the letter. Okay, I really want to remember this so much. Diamond, how can I do that? But anyway, it's the letter NG or ING. Inwaz, Ingooz. INGOOZ is the pronunciation. It's rune 22. That's a magical number in numerology. 2 + 2 is 4. That's stability and groundedness, right? And the 4 walls and the happy family and everything, just, you know, having enough to eat and sustain ourselves. And like I said, the Ace of Pentacles and the Magician to create that, and the work you do to, you know, receive back every bit of that and more on this earthly plane as a beautiful earth element, Virgo. The theme is fertility. I think we did talk about children, so that's number 2 in regards to that. Let me read further. Magical working. Fertility rites. New beginnings, absolutely. Charging with male energy. Okay, well, I will tell you, Pluto is a very masculine energy. Okay, I'm talking lower. And that's what's been infusing our DNA and spirits in the last while, but certainly from the full moon. Building creativity. You're extremely creative, Virgo. Key phrases: the seed ready to be planted, and that could be figuratively, you know, metaphorically. Definitely having the garden, you know, improving that around your home surroundings. As I said, with Cancer season, we tend to be more interested in doing that during this time. And then, of course, there is spending time with loved ones on vacations too, because this is a time when kids are out of school and whatnot. Masculine creative energy, life bursting forth. Yeah, that's the judgment. I truly believe it's just like, and Magician kind of combined. Impregnation and gestation leading to birth. Birth of a person, birth of an idea. Build up and release a positive energy. Climax of one's phase before continuing physical or symbolic procreation, starting something new. And this new beautiful moon in Leo is all about the passion and the spirit and the physicality and the courage and the strength. And that's what's going on. So I would say that that was very synchronistic with your reading today. And I think it's beautiful, but something to just keep in mind. And let me know, because I'm very nosy. And if you do subscribe, it's free. There's no, there's no innuendos or anything like that. It's just a way to support my channel. I will be able to respond to any comments or questions you may have, which I really, really fully enjoy in this YouTube channel. And then lastly, I'm going to finish by reading The Mastery of Love. Love is where it's at, everybody. Love is incredibly powerful. It is heart-centered, the real love, and that's how we really understand and listen to our intuition and our guidance. It's right in our heart, the most intelligent organ in our body. People think it's the mind, but it works in tandem, but it is actually the heart. And you know how many times you said, well, I listened to my heart, I shouldn't have. Well, I beg to differ. I know, it's just, but the heart knows. And sometimes we're going to get hurt, but that's part of our lesson, right? That's part of our evolution. Sometimes it's so worth it too, isn't it? So this is The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. Beautiful cards. I'm just going to kind of randomly shuffle a bit and pick one for you, beautiful Virgo, for the month of July. You have the power to create. Well, we know that's true. This is a given. I'm going to do this and set this right here. And read on. Look at the music. And the dove, the bird of peace. We also can create that for ourselves, regardless of what's happening around us, in nature, in quiet time. What have I done here? We've got two. Okay. Forgive me. Your power is so strong that whatever you believe comes true. Like the magician, This is wonderful. This is very, very wonderful. You are the way you are because that is what you believe about yourself. It's so true. And they're saying if you don't believe it, honestly, no one's really going to fully believe it. Your whole reality, everything you believe is your creation. And that was brought up as well because I know we don't want to think, wait, that relationship that was horrible was something I created? Yeah. And I would say you create things sometimes, but just because you don't omit it and you allow it to happen, that kind of thing, which is what I would say was my thing, is I saw warning signs, I'm not going to lie, but it was overriding feelings of, hormonal, but he likes me and he's so cute, and, all those things that go with it. Either way, I love this reading. I really do. I hope you've been having a beautiful July. I hope it continues to unfold that way and beautiful, incredible, magical, unlimited possibilities come into your life, Virgo, and that you'll come back and watch your August because it's also going to be very, very beautiful. I've seen the signs and I've been reading up and studying that. So more to come. Bless you for being here. I appreciate you a lot. Until next time, bye for now.